Welcome to the Year 4 Strategy for Subtraction. In this lesson I'm learning to solve problems where the second number is close to 10. Problems like 46 minus 9 equals something. Well, let's start by imagining what that looks like on a number line. Here you can see we've got a number line. In fact, we could imagine that this is a row of houses, and we've got a robber who is in house number 46 and a policeman who is looking for him, and he is in house 9. Well, I want to change my 9 so that it is a 10, just like we did in the addition. I'm trying to make a tidy number. So that means my policeman has gone up one house. Instead of being in house 9, he's now on house 10. And I did that by adding 1. Now, the robber is not silly. He doesn't want to get any closer to that policeman. So if the policeman has moved up one house, the robber is going to move up one house. So instead of being at house 46, he's now at house 47. So since the policeman and the robber both moved up one house, the distance between them stayed the same. Let's see what that looks like for our question. So we changed 9 into 10, and we did that by adding 1. And because the robber didn't want to get any closer to the policeman, he also got bigger by 1, or went one house further up the street. So instead of being on 46, he is now on 47. And now we've got an easy question to answer. 47 minus 10 is 37. And we can have a look at what that looks like on a number board. Here is 47, and if I want to take away a 10, I just have to go back up my number board, and that leads me to 37. And notice here how my ones digit hasn't changed. Let's try this question. I've got 54 counters, and I want to subtract 12. So I'm wanting to change this 12 into a 10 to make it easier to answer. So let's go down to our number line and see what that looks like. Well, here's my robber. He's on 54, or house 54 of the street, and the policeman is on house, or in house 12 on the street. So we've moved the policeman back to house number 10. That means we've moved him back 2. I could do that up here. He's gone back 2 houses on the street. Now the robber has seen that, and he's thought to himself, if the policeman's gone back 2 houses that way, that means I can sneak back this way and rob 2 more houses as well. And because he's moved back 2 houses and the robbers moved back 2 houses, they're no closer together than they were when we started. Let's see what that looks like for our problem. So here we have our 12, and we took 2 away, which took us back to 10. And because the policeman moved back 2 houses, the robber noticed that he could also move back 2 houses, so instead of being at 54, he's now at number 52. And 52 minus 10 is easy to do. That leaves us to 42. And we can see what that looks like on our hundreds board. Here is 52, and for me to move back 10, I just have to go back up the hundreds board, and I land at number 42. And you can see the ones digit doesn't change. Well, let's have a think about the important things to remember for this lesson. Well, the first thing is we're wanting to change this second number to a tidy number, and in these examples that tidy number is always going to be 10. And the second important point to remember is that we're always trying to keep the distance between these 2 numbers the same. So if this number gets smaller, this number has to get smaller. Or if this number gets bigger, this number gets bigger. You can find the activity sheet that goes with this lesson in the Teacher Tools Addition and Subtraction book from the Whitebook collection.